Another day, another dollar. Daylight comes, I'm on my way. Another day, another dollar. Working my whole life away.
Come on, guys. Moving along here. I just want to give a little rant per se on this kind of like global epidemic with everyone going green and everything, which is great, don't get me wrong, and I think we should be pushing that way quicker, but a lot of people will say or whatever, you know, oh, I'll comment in the forums and stuff like that. They'll say, oh, they'll see a picture of the tractor or something like that, and they'll be, oh, Farm Boy, you think your tractor's going to run on no fuel or stuff like that? And people got to get it through their conscience when that fuel thing, these tractors aren't going to get off diesel anytime soon. And if they do, it's going to be the corn and stuff or whatever they're making with the ethanol fuel or whatever. But my real point is they're like, oh, you're gonna get what you're gonna do with no tractor or whatever, and it's like, we gotta feed you people, and you're thinking that this is all gonna switch over to electric cars. Like, you need a lot of power to pull something like I'm pulling behind me right now. I got 300 horsepower pulling it, and it's pulling it great, but you know, I don't think an electric engine's ever gonna be able to keep me going 14, 20 hours in a day, right? It's not making sense. Our industry is definitely pushing and made big advances in fuel economy and things we're doing with the ground and how we're impacting nature and stuff like that. But the bigger thing is these tractors, our industry isn't really going way far as off of fuels, but civilians, as I'll say, the rest of you, or some of you who are watching civilians, yes, you guys are going to have to learn to make the sacrifice. I know it sucks. I know you're going to... it's a bad thing or whatever. Everyone loves their horsepower and everything like that. Don't get me wrong, I love my horsepower. But in order for things to happen, planting 1 million trees or whatever, 1 billion trees, that's just not really, you know, it's not for real. And that's just a band-aid on the solution. Right? That's the cheapest way they could, especially when I'm hearing the government, this is what Justin Trudeau is just saying, you're going to plant 1 billion trees because he's met with that Greta, whatever. Oh, after he gets his oil pipeline through, for fuck, or sorry for swearing, but for fuck's sakes. Like, he's going to pay for it with the money he gets off the oil pipeline to get nature back going. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, is that the most retardedest thing I've ever heard in my life? That, don't get me wrong, oil probably is trying to help nature get back to its way and everything, because they're raping the ground and everything, and raping the earth just to make a few dollars off the oil and everything. And, don't get me wrong, people still got to work in that industry and stuff too. But the electric age is coming, and people gotta really... I know the bigger problem is the technology. The technology costs too much for average Joe that's renting a 2 or 3, 4 bedroom apartment or whatever, right? He can't afford an electric car, you know, or a truck or whatever. This is another thing. Canada, you're not, you know, they're pushing the electric car. Ford stopped making cars because they know what the roads are like in Canada. So this is another thing. If they're going to produce this electric stuff, they're going to have to think about everywhere. There's one thing about the government of Canada don't care about is fixing roads. And if they do, it's only in Ontario and Quebec. It's definitely not in the Maritimes. But again, let's get back on topic here with the nature and stuff. Civilians are going to have to make the sacrifice. Everyone, the population. Until everyone gets in that group and can decide whatever and just get off that oil train. And really, it's, don't get me wrong, the oil train is powerful and fun. That's the big problem. It's an addiction. We're addicted to oil. And whether it be cigarettes, heroin, crack cocaine, whatever, we are addicted to destroying the earth. That's what we're all about, us as a race. And maybe we should start thinking a little bit about the future. Because the generations before us did not think about the future. Obviously, if you think about how things ran back then, no. I imagine a few people had their feeling, what goes up must come down kind of thing. Like watching black smoke going up in the atmosphere. Had all these old things back in the day. But I don't think people realized it was going to impact as much as it was. But, and then another problem is, I hate to say it, but then you got all these third world countries that are doing so much, like we can do so much here, and the states can do so much, and wherever, all these other countries can do so much, but then you got these other countries that have no laws, that don't care. They gotta make their buck, and they're just doing whatever. I watched a documentary here now the other day in the Amazon jungle. They were getting crude oil, and these pirates or whatever, and they're arrested, like getting it up out of the ground or whatever, and like lighting it on fire, pouring it all over the jungle and stuff, just so they can get diesel. I think they were making diesel out of it, and it was just like all the crap they were doing to the environment down there, and no one says nothing, you know. We want the wars over, well, over bad stuff. Don't get me wrong, back in the day, like World War II and stuff. But what's going on down in some of these places, it needs to be put to a stop a little bit. Because they don't think there's no law. And this is the problem. We need law everywhere. Not that I'm saying I'm for law, because, you know, a lot of the laws are stupid. But there needs to be some sort of government where people can be all on the same page and not being raping the earth for all they can. So, I don't know. It's one of those things, right? Agree with me, disagree with me, I don't really, whatever. But let's just start a little topic on that. Maybe people think that we can just drive around in cars forever, or whatever. Or maybe we should all be pushing the motorcycles. I don't know, right? I think a big place you look into is like China and what China's doing. And again, we're talking about different governments. You know, they can get 12-year-olds to work over there and build a pair of Nike sneakers. But still, they know what's going on and they're trying. They're over there. They're making so many technical advances and they're putting it to work. Here, they make the technology advances, and then they charge you about $20 million, and then wonder why no one wants to go green. And, you know, alright, this is starting to get a little bit long, but enjoy my rant. So enjoy her. If you have anything to say or want to start, I'll talk back, no problem. Disagree, don't disagree, whatever. I'm just shooting a topic out there, people. So have a good day.